Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, this is not a great video. I didn't have time to make this video yesterday because honestly, I was out enjoying my Saturday. I did so much yesterday, and I had a really good day. But obviously, this was a downside to the day, and the downside is I just got hacked for, I believe, the third time in 3 years or the fourth time. Now, for some reason, that seemed to upset a lot of people. When I tweeted about this, people were telling me to cry, get a life, and go outside. Just to those people, it's important that I have this account because it's my job to make content. So when I lose my coins, it's very hard to make content. So thank you to the Einsteins out there telling me what's going on. Now, I've been hacked, guys. This has been going on with a lot of people on FIFA 23, and it has been happening for a minute. I made a video 4 days ago talking about this and how that basically all the top 100 traders were getting hacked, right? Everyone was getting hacked and what's going on, right? So the issue is last year we had another way of hacking where people were going to the EA help chat and basically finding the right employee to hand out information and change information. So last year that was how it was happening, and now this year it's through PSN. And the worst part is what people are doing is it's actually one person, and we know exactly who he is. What this individual is doing is going to the chat support, and he has the PSN ID and the email, so it's very important. So what he's done, all of us have kind of tried to figure out, why is he going after streamers? Because he's going after people that are not in the top 100 leaderboard as well. Like this year, for example, I only have 3 mil. Last year it took a while to hack someone. Last year it took a minute to hack someone. It was like a really long process, guys, last year. And now this year it's a lot easier, and the reason it's so much easier is that all these person has to do is just go to the PSN support with the PlayStation ID and the email. So what we all noticed was that a lot of the traders that are getting hacked in the top 100, when I made this video, you can see Foot Donkey, Ricky, all of these guys have Patreons, right? So what this person was doing was trying to find out the email in the Patreon or the email associated with the PSN ID. And for us streamers, we all noticed that we have one common donation from the same person, the same exact person around the same time. It's like a day or two before we get hacked. And that way the guy is obtaining our email for our PSN, assuming that it's connected to PayPal. And yeah, all of us collectively thought that, and I'm not going to leak this person's information, but he didn't use a VPN. We have his phone number and we have his email. So I'm not really too entirely sure how we're going to pursue all this with, community members and kind of what's the move going forward here. But yeah, I was hacked. We know the person last year when I was hacked from the EA situation. I couldn't figure it out necessarily because the person had VPN to, I believe, Camden Market in the UK. This person did not use a VPN, and this person is just taking these accounts. Every 5 minutes he's logging on, he's taking coins. Like for me, I didn't have that much, but even 3.5, 4 mil that I had, that's actually like $500 of resale value. So he's just going on, he's getting a bunch of accounts per minute, and he's absolutely making a ton of coins per hour. And not only coins, like real life money. This dude is killing it right now, and there's no solution. It's been going on for like a couple weeks. Even Hectic, another streamer, this happened to him this summer. He lost 50 mil, and it's just the PlayStation thing. Right now, you can talk to the chatbot on PSN, and they are giving out information. Now, the worst part is, here's the worst part. Yes, you can change your email. Yes, you can change your password, right? Yes, you can have two-step on. As long as they have some account information, it doesn't matter, right? Because they're able to go into the chatbot, manipulate the chatbot to change the account situation. Like, I knew I was screwed because I was working out, checked my phone, said two-step was deactivated. So this is a problem because there's not really any prevention against this. And it's really sad that these multi-million-dollar companies, billion, don't have ways to just do simple security like banking, or a lot of social medias are really hard to hack because you can't just go to customer support and turn off two-step. So that's what's happening, and we're all getting this exact same text message. And there's people way larger than me in terms of popularity that are getting this. Elias, a bunch of German streamers, this happened to a week ago. They were the first targets. I'm pretty sure that, this guy probably just donated to their PayPal as well, like $1, got the email, and then that's kind of, really how they assisted to get, into the account. Two-step is now deactivated on your Sony accounts. And yeah, I also downloaded my EA data. So anyone that logs into like your account from another location, you can see their data. So on there, I have the IP and the exact location. So all this information I have. And yeah, this individual, like, he's just breezing through accounts. It's pretty surprising to me that he's not being a little bit more careful maybe, but I'm not here to expose people's information and do stuff like that. So yeah, when I when I got my account back, I basically hacked myself back in a minute yesterday. Yeah, that's what I did. And yeah, so the problem is, like, as a streamer, the PSNs are really out there, right? When you play a match of FIFA, your PSN is like showing right at the end of the game. When I connect to EA servers, your PSN is showing. So the solution I thought of was like, okay, let me change my PSN and never show it again on stream. The issue with this, though, the proper issue is that I think what's also happening is that once they're hacking an account, because remember, they're not on EA accounts, they're actually going into people's like PlayStation accounts. Two major issues. Number one, they have information to your address, your date of birth, your IP, your credit cards. This is really scary, right? Number one, right? And if anyone ever pursued like leaking that information, that's where like you get in really legal trouble. Like right now, what's happening is illegal, but if the individual ever does stuff like that, that's where it's like, I haven't seen him doing that. And I think with this person is just trying to go on all these accounts and make a bunch of coins, which is understandable with how easy it is to do. He's making a fortune right now. But the second thing is, when you get access to PSN, I'm pretty sure what this individual is doing is going and looking at friends lists, right? I'm pretty sure that's what he's doing. He's kind of going on people's friends lists, and maybe he's potentially looking at the leaderboards, and he's seeing like, okay, who's on the leaderboards, because I was not in the top 100, but I have a lot of transfer profit. I have like 11. I had like 13 mil. 14 mil. Right now I have 9.6, and I do a lot of SBCs and I do a lot of content, so my coins are not nearly as high as my TP. But yeah, all in all, I had like 4 mil, and it was just taken, right? It was just taken, and I thought I caught it maybe just in time, because like my recent devices that were accessed, there was no like, I was expecting to look for the location that everybody was saying the person is from, and I didn't see it. So yeah, so I wasn't able to catch the hacker in time. I lost my coins. What's really interesting is, like, in the past, when I got hacked last year, the person discarded all of my loans and all of the stuff in my club. This time they didn't do that with the informs or the fodder. I just had 2 Lucios. I had 2 Lucios and like, I think it was 2 Harry Cools on my transfer list. So I had about like 3.3 million coins just sitting there. And when I logged back on, they were just like not there. Which was, and they also listed Goretzka for 21K, which was just, I think they were trying to, what they're doing is they know that they got to be quick when they get in the account, so they're not able to do everything. But like, I also had a VVD in my team, so that's like 3.6 mil. So they had sold all that, right? Yeah, it's just scary. It's scary how easy it is, and it's scary how unprotected you feel on this game. This has been like 3 years in a row where like, it's getting to the point where like, I think PC and Xbox are safe, so it makes me really reconsider like next year, or whenever, if I didn't have this first owner club, because I do have some good first owner players and I've put a lot of time into this account, I would probably move, just because the security on those networks is easier. And just, it's crazy how now EA have trained their support to be better. Of course, when that happens and EA support is not giving out information, well, PlayStation starts giving out information. And yeah, this is gonna keep happening, guys, because there's no reason for it to stop until, PSN really sorts this out. I didn't even speak to a person at PSN yesterday. I spoke to a chatbot and got this done within 1 minute. Like, I literally got account access back within 1 minute, which is just very scary. It's very scary. And, I feel really, really bad for, like, pros and anyone like that, because, these people have, like, a ton of coins, right? Like, 10 to 30 to 40 mil. And they are just getting destroyed. And look, none of this is going to stop until there's some permanent solution here. I just can't really see this stopping. Last year what had happened was, when I knew I was getting hacked, right? Like, someone got in my EA account, I logged in on console, because when you're on console, no one can stop you, right? You have the priority access. This year the problem is, when this person logs you out of PSN, you lose your access to your PSN. Like, I lost my email, my password, all this stuff. Last year what I was doing was like, if I knew I was getting hacked and I had like 50 million coins, what I started to do and recommend to people was, okay, buy a bunch of cards, right? Buy a bunch of cards and list them up for 3 days, overpriced. Like, that's what you should do. You can keep your coins kind of like on the cloud. And yeah, that's really what I was like recommending to people who were about to get hacked and all this stuff. And yeah, so basically Donkey did this, who's a trader. So he bought a bunch of cards, right? And he like listed them like icons, and he listed them like 1,000,000 coins overpriced. And what the hacker did was the hacker actually bought these cards because he has so many coins on one account right now. He's got so many coins on all these, you know, burner accounts that he's putting coins onto. He bought the card overpriced. So let's say best on Donkey's account or my account is listed at 2 mil and he's only 700K because I'm storing my coins in him. So the hacker can't get it. So the hacker is overpaying for the card on his burner because he has so many coins. And then he's just taking the coins because of the sale. So let's say I've got this listed for 2.2 mil. Because it sells, I'm going to have 2.2 mil in my account now, even though this card is only 700K. And then he's just taking the coins. He's got so many coins. I guess the person last year that hacked did not have that many coins or did not have access to doing this. Well, this person this year has complete access to doing that. And that method also doesn't work. So the only way forward, if you're a person who watches this video and you are on PlayStation and you feel like you might get hacked, right? You should defriend every single person on your friends list. Every single person. Because my theory is that a lot of the time I'm getting hacked, people are getting hacked. I'm a streamer, but non-streamers are getting hacked because the hacker is going on friends lists, right? Looking on the transfer profit leaderboards and saying, okay, this person, you know, I've got his PSN. I'm going to go to PS, you know, chat support. It takes 5 minutes for them to get it, right? So I think that's what he's doing. He's just kind of, he's flying through people's friends lists and he's essentially just saying, okay, these people look like they have coins on the transfer profit leaderboard when he's in the console. I'm going to take this account and try it out. So I would recommend, if you're nervous about getting hacked, defriend everybody. Change your email. For sure, change your email. Obviously, all of you guys watching the video probably have two-step on all that. And change your PSN. If you're somebody who creates content, you're a pro, your name is out there, change your PSN. If you guys change your PSN and you never show it again, you're not friends with anyone on this game, there's really no way they can find you unless you're in the top 100 leaderboards, which is extremely hard to do. Like you could have, right now you could have 15 million coins, 16 million coins, and I guarantee you'd probably still not be in the top 100 leaderboards. So yeah, I mean, it's very, very, very hard to be in this leaderboard. You know, 38 mil right now for the top 100 leaderboard. So that's really the best thing that I can recommend, guys. My theory on this is it's probably like, it feels like it's a coin website. I don't know, because my take is like, well, number one, I do have some inside information that the email being used is like a Footcoin shop almost website. There is a shop that's, it seems like, doing this, whether or not that person is using a burner to impersonate a shop. But the person has stolen over 100 million coins so far, way more probably in excess. And I just don't know necessarily, like, I think most coin shops that are obtaining coins would be like a little bit sussed out, that just, you know, some person would just be coming to them with all his supply all of a sudden. So I think this person is like affiliated maybe with a coin shop or something, because at the end of the day, somebody would only be doing this because FIFA is one of the only games that has this like virtual currency available where coins are just worth so much money in real life. So I'm thinking that this person has some access or is working there and, you know, can kind of quickly like flip the coins or sell it to people that are buying coins, because it wouldn't make sense for me that somebody would be trying to sell like 500, 400 million coins to, you know, that just seems so like not possible. I don't know what coin site would sit there and say like, oh yeah, let's buy all these coins. Like, I get that it's a lot of supply, but yeah. And coins are, I don't know the current rate for coins, but coins are not like cheap. It's like an expensive thing. So this person is making a lot of money, and hopefully PlayStation gets to the bottom of this. Everybody's been tweeting out PlayStation. I have spoken with one person from EA, like they're aware of this, but the problem is this is not EA's fault. I'm not that person that's just gonna say EA's fault for everything in life. Like, EA can't even really do anything about this because it's just PSN. People are just getting their PlayStations hacked, and these people are just going in and doing this, right? Like, last year was EA. They fixed that problem within like a month. They commented on it. They talked about it. Got it done, right? Now it's the other, it's the other variable of people just getting access to actual accounts, right? So, hacked again, but not surprised. And we'll see what happens in the future, guys. As for now, I have like, I do have some coins left, but I was not left with much. So it'll be very interesting to see how we can kind of continue doing this with this account. The issue is if I get compensated at any point, right? Let's say EA's like, okay, here's 4 mil back. We got you. I think the access to getting into these accounts is so easy that the hacker is probably just licking their lips waiting for people to get compensated, because they're just going to go right back in and take it again. So that's my worry with EA kind of being a little generous here with giving out, compensations. I think they probably need to wait until this issue gets resolved, and hopefully Sony can put this to the top of the priority instead of consistently worrying about making millions of dollars. We can only hope. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.